You better prep your panties. It is time for another Comics and Kaiju episode. Joining me today is the Double Chin Gaijin. Cameron, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing fucking great. I'm so fucking excited for this shit, dude.
And how's my boy Austin Albin doing? What's going on, bro?
We rocking, we rolling. We're ready for another episode, dude. We got so
this.
much in store. We got so much news, so many things going around in the kaiju and the comic world. So let's get to it, man.
Oh yeah, let's get in it, man.
This is our only chance. We have to take it.
You big old sleepy boy.
We need Kong. The world needs him to stop what's coming. And this child, she's the only one he'll communicate with.
I knew that they had a bond. She had nowhere to go, so I made a promise to protect her. And I think that in some way, Kong did the same.
Oh shit.
Dude.
Oh yes.
I love the music.
Oh my god.
That was so
These are
badass.
dangerous times.
He's hurting people and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war.
Dude.
I keep reaching for greatness because I'm built from it.
Who bows to who?
Nobody gon' stop for me. Here we go.
Kong bows to no one.
Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude.
my god.
Kong wielding an axe? Let's fucking go, bro.
Dude, it's gonna be
my
a brawl. Holy shit, it's
Dude.
gonna be amazing.
This
Wow.
is what I've been
Hype.
wanting.
I haven't
This
been
is
this
what
hyped.
I have been wanting.
I haven't been this hyped for a movie since like Justice
Wow.
League was announced. Oh my god, dude.
That was
Oh,
what.
fuck, there's so much going on in my head. There's so many
Okay,
things I wanna talk
okay.
about.
I'm centered here. Let me get this here. Okay. First things first. Godzilla's kind of a dick.
Dude.
So it
He
looks like
kinda just
Godzilla
did
is going to be
shit.
the Godzilla
Yes.
looks like he's going to be the bad guy of this.
It's
film.
going to be just like in 62, where Godzilla is technically the antagonist in this. Technically. So that is going to be the big that's going to be our center driving force in this film. Godzilla's the antagonist. They're bringing Kong to shut him down. Because to them, after King of the Monsters, Godzilla is still technically an antagonist after that. He's ruler of everything. Kong,
He's technically to keep balance, but something's wrong. Clearly something's wrong because before he wasn't attacking people outright, and it looks like he's doing that in this. He's here causing chaos.
exactly. That's got me concerned here of how that's going to turn out. If he's really going to be pushed as an antagonist, or is he going to be a kind of like a placeholder until a bigger threat arrives? Because it looks like there is something else coming that is going to bring forces together.
They did say that something's wrong with Godzilla. That something's causing him to do this. So maybe it's the result of that terrorist organization. I have no idea.
like an OG Destroy All Monsters or Mechagodzilla where he gets mind control from 2021 by aliens. Let's go.
So, a couple things that I noticed right off the bat. all the fight scenes or all the scenes where Kong and Godzilla are together, the scenes are, you can see them very clearly.
They're more illuminated, and we just were talking about that too.
We were just talking we were talking about that before we watched this. Because that's something that I have been wanting, and I'm sure a lot of Godzilla fans and Kong fans have been wanting for a long time, is with Godzilla and with King of the Monsters, all the scenes were at night, or they were in a storm, or they were shrouded in dust, or whatever.
There was something blocking clear.
It was too dark, and we want to see a clear fight. And then Kong Skull Island, we're like, well, Kong Skull Island, look how great the CG looks in those scenes during the day. I mean, there's a lot of day shots. So I'm very excited to see that. It looks like we will be getting a pretty decent sized fight during the day, during that sunset or sunrise. I can't really tell. And then we have a fight scene at night as well. And it seems to be clearly lit with all the neon lights from the buildings.
Dude, that looks
dope. That looks hot. It gives me Pacific Rim vibes.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
It was very vibrant. It was very colorful. It wasn't like the other two films of this legendary Godzilla series, where it was very dark, very gloomy, and this is it's way more colorful. It's more open. It's showing more. We're getting like the monsters and kaijus are being way more active. They're being way more mobile, and they're doing things. It's no longer just the occasional movement here and there, and then Godzilla's atomic breath looks so vibrant. It
looks amazing.
Vibrant.
Yeah, he looks very fucking, and his atomic breath seems to have been refined a little bit. As you remember from 2014 Godzilla, it was very what's the word I'm looking for? It was almost very misty, not really misty.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a concentrated beam. It was just kind of like fire. And they explain basically that the Muto's EMP attack causes Godzilla to his energy isn't at its fullest. So it's basically a very weakened form of his atomic breath. And then you get to King of the Monsters. It's looking a lot better, but it's still kind of got that wispy look to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fucking it reminds me a lot of classic Godzilla.
Yeah, just a straight up beam, no interruptions, no
Also,
fluctuations.
Super cool to see him use it underwater.
Yeah,
it's fucking badass. He's been able to do that before in other Godzilla movies. I didn't think they would actually ever do that, because with this series of films, they stress the whole realism part of things. But it looks like for this film, we're like, fuck that shit. We're going all out. We're going all out on this film,
as it needs to be. This has been a long time in the making. This is something that has been pushed back on. Honestly, this has been pushed back for years. This is something that a lot of people have been rumored, have been talked about, have been brought up in conversation, but we have never got
there. There have been rumors for another Godzilla versus Kong since the fucking 90s.
Yep.
And it's here. It's finally fucking here.
It's here, and it's coming up quick.
And
it's coming up quick.
Can I just say, just this trailer, I'm happy it's not just Godzilla and Kong wrestling like it was last time. Bro, they are throwing blows. And that axe, dude, I really want to talk about that axe that Kong had, dude.
Yes.
That looked so badass when he was charging down, as he was falling and the atomic breath was just hitting the axe, bro. Oh my God.
It was dope.
It was so dope.
So a couple things about the axe. I've been keeping a lot of tabs on this movie. And the best way to get that early access or early sneak peeks into the film is with the leaks with the toy line.
Which they've...
Because there's already toys out in stores.
It is. You can get them at Walmart. I've seen them. So,
and one of the things a lot of fans noticed was Kong had a axe, and the axe, the head of the axe, looked a lot like Godzilla's dorsal plate. One of his. So maybe we see him rip it off Godzilla at some point, and he keeps it, and
makes it into a weapon, or
makes it into
maybe
a weapon, which is cool to see because he's an ape. He has a higher intelligence, and he's able to
making
use
tools is common. Yeah. What another theory that we can think about is that this is from another Godzilla, as in like maybe another one of his kind. Maybe he finds it, or maybe it's from Skull Island, or
Maybe.
something that he had, or ripping it off of Godzilla is obviously a theory, but I'm just shooting at a dartboard here.
Oh, for
What if
sure.
it is? Because he was talking about like a war of the past, a war of other proportions.
Yes.
Think about it. What if
maybe there was a war between Godzilla
Godzilla's
species and
Kong.
Kong.
And then this is either from that old war, or Kong was in a cave. It showed him like putting his hand on that mark.
Yeah.
Maybe he found a cave of his old species, and that was a part of it.
So, yeah, there's a lot going around. I'm trying to take in everything. I'm trying to see what's in the background. I'm trying to see what's in the foreground. I don't want to miss anything.
Well, another thing that I wanted to talk about is that with this, the Kong graphic novel Skull Island that they brought out, which was I think it was a prequel to Skull Island or a sequel to Skull Island. That's like an in between.
Yes.
And they discussed how Kong was a last of his breed. He was they were wiped out by the skull crawlers.
Yes.
And it made me think that if Kong is the last of his species, and Godzilla is the last of his, there has to be a way. Kong would be the one to find out history of his species. Godzilla doesn't give a shit. But if Kong was to find ways of his old species, maybe he finds a way to defeat Godzilla because of his old species through cave drawings or weapons like the dorsal axe. Things along those lines.
Yeah. So, fuck. I don't even know what I want to start on. There's a lot to talk about. So, well, let's just start by looking at the beginning of the trailer where Kong is being transported on a transport ship.
It's very reminiscent of the original.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's what I got
a lot of
the original, because we just reviewed the original, and they had him laying down on that boat in a very similar fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just different motivating factors.
You either will win. So you have Kong on a boat specifically built to transport him. I don't know why they have him in the wall. Like, I don't know if they're bringing him to where Godzilla is, which doesn't really make a lot of sense because as what we know, Godzilla is very good at fighting underwater. He kicked Ghidorah's ass in the water. He fights a lot better in the water. So I don't know why if they're bringing Kong to Godzilla, or if they're just transporting him and Godzilla comes to them and interrupts their transport.
I got that out of that.
Yeah, because they had him knocked out.
It honestly almost looked like Godzilla was just swimming. Like he was just going through the water and they happened to intersect. Because he didn't look like he was specifically targeting them, but when he hit them, they started shooting at him. And then so he just whipped his tail up, took out a jet or two, because he's like, fuck off. Like, I'm just swimming.
So another thing is in the other Godzilla movies, we see him.
That is what I've been theorizing for a long fucking time.
I'm going to get onto that.
That's a part of this. That is a part of this.
So in the previous Godzilla movies, we have seen him clearly avoid running into other ships. Example is the scene in Hawaii in the first Godzilla. We see him heading towards an aircraft carrier and he dives under it. So he clearly doesn't want to cause chaos purposely towards the human race. So I guess he kind of senses that we're there and doesn't want to attack. But in this, you see him running into ships on purpose. You see him whacking helicopters out of the air, which I'm so glad he's finally doing shit like this. I've been wanting to see Godzilla destroy things. We see him like accidentally falling into buildings or stepping on stuff, but we haven't seen him flat out destroy things.
Yeah.
So it's bringing me a lot of classic Godzilla vibes. Where
See, what Jan said is right. These are two very legendary monsters here. Seeing that either one of them would lose, I don't see how that's going to happen. I really, honest to goodness, think that this is going to be these are two legends that neither will lose.
No.
Something is going to bring them to a common denominator. Something is going to bring them together to fight.
I feel like it'll be a similar like fashion as to like Batman versus Superman, where they're fighting and then Doomsday enters the scene and they join forces.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
I could definitely see that happening.
So they say in all the promotional shit, one will fall. That's all good and shit. There's so much I'm trying to talk about. So
well, everyone's got theories right now. It's hard.
Bro,
everyone has theories.
Like, look, Steven, dude, that's a good theory. That is a good theory.
I know for a fact. This is a major spoiler. So if you do not want to hear this, come back in like 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, I'll see you, Austin. Bro, I love the chair swiveling.
There will be another major Godzilla character in this movie. We haven't confirmed it. It's Mechagodzilla.
Scuba Steve saying say it. All right.
We have seen the toys of it. All the leaks. Yes, Mechagodzilla will be in this. We don't know how much of a role he will play. It might even be like a very end thing where it's like an end credits.
One of the things I don't know if you saw, I know that it was a bit choppy when we started it, but did you notice that in the beginning sequence when all that destruction was going on and you saw those people running down the stairwell and all that smoke was coming up behind them, the red eyes that were in there.
Eyes.
I don't know.
I was so infatuated.
I don't know if that was red eyes or if that was just debris.
I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
If it is red eyes, maybe that is Mecha G-Man just coming into life.
Like,
Like pull it up and take a look at that because I may be throwing out a dart.
Are you talking about when the hill's exploding?
It's at the beginning. It's at the very beginning, and these people are running down that like into that like stairwell area, and there's like a big cloud of smoke.
I just saw it. So
you saw does it look? Is it eyes or is that potentially just debris?
They are. So if you look at the toy, there's like red all over the figure here and there. Like the entire dorsal plate is painted red, but it also looks like there's going to be like red lighting. Like, you know, a lot of machines just have lights on them to like signal shit. So I'm going to try and pause this real quick.
I agree with Lord Steve again.
That's definitely Mechagodzilla. That's definitely Mechagodzilla.
Dude, I'm telling you it's got to be. Because
it is. Because you can see
I'm so hyped for this fucking movie, bro.
You can see the bottom of the jaw. Fuck.
Okay, so
so cool, man.
Let's go.
This is great.
No, look, Lord Steve,
feel like a kid again, man.
Dude, honestly. Point. See, what's great about it is like this is something that's like making us feel like a kid again, but we're older, so we can theorize about it more. We can rationally think about it more, but we're still having that enjoyment of being kids about it and having so much fucking fun with it.
Just being excited to see Big Monster go bonk.
Big Monster go burr! Yes, that's all I want is Big Monster go burr.
Yeah, I agree with Scuba Steve. He's so fucking stoked, bro. I mean,
he's
my God, I'm hyped.
Dude.
Back to when Kong is being transported.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the TV spot ads?
Yes.
So if you look at Kong's neck, he's clearly in chains, and then later on during that fight,
he also
he's not
has
in chains
something on
anymore.
his ear.
Does he have something on his ear?
I think he has he has something on him that's not like a collar or shackles. He's got something that looks like it's on the side of his head.
All right, real quick. Scuba Steve's got that solid question that we've been talking about. Are we doing a theater showing, or are we gonna watch party this on HBO Max?
I'm watching this in the theaters.
I mean, Austin, you down for HBO Max, bro?
If I can see it in theaters, I want to, but due to COVID and things like that, it makes it harder for, at least here in Louisiana, it makes it hard for me to go see it in theaters.
No, I understand. That's the same situation here in Arkansas.
Other places are a little more loose.
He is right. The vaccine is upon us. So what I plan on doing is I already talked to a bunch of my boys. I'm gonna get a bunch of my boys, and they're like all stoked about this, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's go see it in the theaters together." Because they've never really seen a Godzilla movie. Some of them haven't, and so this is like my first introduction to like carry them under my wing and like show them like, hey, this is what you've been missing.
Texas is loose. It's Texas. Y'all don't give
Yeah.
a shit about anything. I ain't scared of no beer flu.
No beer flu.
Because I feel like to see a Godzilla movie, you have to see it in theaters. If you have the ability to see it in the theater, watch it in the theater.
Oh, if I have the ability to see in the theater, I'm going to.
Dude, I saw
But if not, I
Legendary.
definitely want to do a watch party.
I
on
saw
HBO.
Legendary in theaters in IMAX, and I saw King of the Monsters in theaters in IMAX. I
Dang.
plan on going to see this in theaters in IMAX. Theater openings forbid. But that does not mean that I am not going to see it again on HBO Max.
Dude, I saw King of the Monsters 4 times. I'm
See,
gonna watch it again.
I plan on going to see it in theaters just for the, atmospheric experience, and then I plan on us watching it here. So we can see it, we can discuss it, have a talk about it, and then we can eventually review it. But I want us 3 to see it together as well. Comic and Kaiju boys got to watch it together to have a discussion about this.
Oh, absolutely, bro.
A couple more things about the transport scene. If you look at the collar that Kong is wearing, you see a bunch of like green filled capsules that are like on his neck. There's a lot of theories so far going around like what this is. One of the popular theories is that it's poison. In case Kong tries to escape, they push a button and it kills him. Another thing is it's like a sedation. So it keeps him calm. It keeps him knocked out when you're transporting him. Another one is kind of like it makes him stronger, kind of like a Bane.
Like
venom,
Venom.
Yeah.
like the Bane venom, to make him really pissed off and angry.
That makes sense. Like you guys were talking about that they would have to do something to like balance the scales. Hopefully not, just random lightning power. That would make sense to have like basically steroids just in his neck waiting to be injected.
I think it's something along the sedation lines. That would make more sense considering he was in like a form of transportation. But then later in that trailer, that collar is off of him. He doesn't.
See, but they're also implying that little girl is able to control him somewhat, or like communicate.
They didn't
with him on a level.
control him. She can communicate with him, which is weird because I thought this girl was just going to be like a native girl that we see and we're like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But she clearly has a larger role in this film.
There's some sort of link between them, and honestly, I think that's kind of cool. It's a neat little dynamic.
I believe she's one of the the modern natives.
Yeah,
that we saw in Skull Island. So I don't know why it's only her. If there are more natives, why can't they talk to Kong? So that's something that I'm really interested in figuring out.
It could just be something she's born with. Like she was born with the ability to talk to Kong, or I imagine they will give some sort of, not probably a huge elaboration on it, but they'll probably give some sort of elaboration about it.
I have the trailer pulled up on my phone, and I'm just gonna go by like frame by frame with shit. So the CG for Kong looks fucking awesome. It looks very good.
CG for Kong got much better from Skull Island. Like,
yes,
much better.
Because a lot of fans were worried because for like the one, like it was like a 2-second trailer for like HBO Max where we see Kong roaring at Godzilla. The CGI didn't look the best, but that's also doesn't help that the quality of the video was kind of
it was a bit sketchy. I'd say the best like improvement that you can tell that they really did improve on Kong is like when you see the scene of him laying down and you see his hand in the water, you can see all the little scratches and his fingernails are tore up and busted and all this other stuff. I'm like, that's a lot of detail and just something so minuscule, but just it really brings Kong more to life than
also
in Skull Island.
So something I've been wanting to see is Kong with a beard, and he's got a beard and it looks badass.
Yo, Lord Steve coming out here with these big fucking theories.
theory.
Oh shit! That brings it back to like original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. Whoa!
Lord
Fuck.
Steve, my guy, calm down. Holy
Yo.
shit.
So
That would be a dope ass movie.
also-
That would be.
Shit.
we also see Kong on the raft, and there's people around him that are not phased by him. Kong isn't pissed at the humans. That he's looking at the change, but he's not taking it out on the humans. So
Not
I
only
don't.
that may potentially be the girls doing as well, keeping him calm. Because you saw that scene where she had to walk out there to the rain to him, and he, put his finger down. He may be getting mad, but she's calming him down. Like, look, it's okay.
Shit.
But that's where he gets pissed. What if Godzilla kills that girl with the boat? That's why he looked at the water and screamed at him. What if when
So for
Godzilla hit
that
the
scene,
boat?
a lot of for that scene, I believe Kong can sense that there's another alpha kaiju there, and he's pissed off.
Dude, fuck that. What if Godzilla kills the girl?
Dude.
You know how fucked that would be? That would be such a driving, motivating factor for Kong. Instead of just like, why is Kong want to fight Godzilla? Kong see big thing. It'll be like the fucking Hulk from Ragnarok. Big monster! No.
Dude, it really would be.
Like, dude, that would be such a crazy motivating factor for Kong. Like, we get to introduce this girl. She's calming Kong down. He's staying, chill. And then Godzilla comes through, hits that boat, and she either falls off or she dies because of it, or some sort of accident causes her to die. And it could be, Godzilla's not intentionally trying, but it could be an invert accident that gets her killed or hurt. And then Kong is just flipped a switch. And he just wants to kill Godzilla out of just pure revenge.
Sorry, I'm really into this trailer.
No,
Blanked out.
I could definitely see that because, like, you see the ferocity when he's like going down with that axe. Like, he's going for the kill.
Yeah, he's pissed.
He is not stopping on this one.
No,
Like,
Godzilla.
there's
We
no
got another
bar cut.
person. Look at that. Another person calling Mechagodzilla. Like, everyone is ready for this. We're ready for Mechagodzilla. We need Mechagodzilla. Legendary. Listen to your audience that has been asking and begging for a Mechagodzilla for years. For years, we have been begging for it.
The CG looks very fucking good on Godzilla too.
Oh, yeah,
that was
Godzilla looks
another
very
thing I was really worried about. And the fucking Kong hits Godzilla with that Mike Tyson level hit, dude.
Just
what the fuck,
Dude. Oh my god. Or when he's got like that big chunk of debris and he just like slams it on Godzilla. Dude, when I saw dude,
it's gonna be dope.
I am
Like,
so excited for this movie.
I'm excited to see this fight, like an actual, like legit brawl between these two.
Yes,
And-
and can I just say, judging
Oh, it
from the
looks so
trailer,
good.
we're seeing multiple areas of fighting.
yes,
I'm hoping it's not going to be like the classic kaiju formula that we've seen so far, where it's a ton of human like drama and talking and stuff, politics and whatnot,
it
and
doesn't
then
look
like
like
a little bit of fighting. This one looks like it's going to be big fight, or not really big fight, but like kind of backstory, big fight, a little bit of like filler kind of drama, keep it spicy,
A little bit
big
of exposition.
fight, credits.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it looks like. And
That's
I'm
what
happy.
I'm thinking too. Like, this is how I'm feeling how this is going to go. We're going to have an exposition leading us up into the story of what's going to be happening. We're going to have our first interaction, which will be
Oh,
the
yeah.
first engagement.
And
So
I
think
theorize
that's-
that the first interaction Kong is going to lose.
I think so, because he's not going to know how to deal with him.
Yeah, 'cause
It's going to be just like in the
I think
first
the
movie,
first fight is going to be in the water, and Godzilla's going to have that advantage.
where he has the advantage.
Exactly. And I
Yes.
think he's going to beat Kong, and maybe Kong like washes ashore or something, like knocked out from the battle. I just
This scene right here looks
with the
awesome.
neon lights, yes, with the neon,
Neon
lights.
lights.
Scene, ooh.
Just to point out, hey, Manuel, buddy, we got your message, man. You're speaking good English. You're here with us. As long as you're enjoying it and having a good time with us, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We're here with you. We get you.
Absolutely.
We see the Mechagodzilla thing, and we're here for it. We're here for it, man. But no, like I'm telling you, formula. It's going to be exposition. Kong loses fight. We're going to move on to another exposition, just like you said. Then we're going to get into a brawl, and I think that's going to be the neon brawl. It's going to be a big, colorful
That
battle.
would be the most hyped up brawl, of course.
Exactly. Then
Yeah,
Then I think that after that brawl, I think that's where we're going to get
That's the
third-
scene we're talking about. We've been talking. Yeah.
I think that's where the third party is going to
Oh,
come in.
yeah.
That's going to force them to fight together.
Yeah.
Something is coming.
The scene where the people are running down the steps and we see something fly overhead. That's Mechagodzilla. We can
so that's
see the
Definitely
metallic.
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. If we weren't clear enough, we're jumping around everywhere. So
We're sorry if we're jumping around. There's no formulas.
We're very dirty
It's
about
really that. This
This is
just hyped. Dude,
Guys,
my
you have to
skin
be
is
patient with
crawling
this.
with like excitement for this, dude.
You got to be patient with this. There's no formula to this mini episode here. This is all pure raw reaction you're seeing from the three of us because we just saw it for the first time with you guys. That was it. This is how we're trying to figure things out. We're going back through with the trailers on the phones, trying to figure out.
I didn't catch the Mechagodzilla thing until Austin pointed it out, and he was like, "What the fuck were those red lights?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. I saw it. Like I saw
then,
the trailer, and it made me like,
Also, Scuba Steve's got a point in the chat. He says, "Let's hope trailer 2 is Godzilla kicking Kong's ass to level it out because Kong is dominating this one." And I agree with that. I hope the next one is just Godzilla going ham on him.
Because honestly, Kong looks pretty like solid in this trailer, looking like he was holding his own just fine.
Dude, there's another cool shot where we see Godzilla firing his atomic breath at the military and at like just buildings. Classic Godzilla destruction. Love to see that shit.
Very reminiscent of the 62 film where Godzilla's first introduction is him coming to shore out of the iceberg, destroying the military as well. I'm with Jan on this. I'm with Jan on this. I'm scared of the aftermath because I don't think anyone's gonna die. I don't think any of the major players are gonna die, but I am worried that like
what I want to see is after this battle in that like neon lit up city. I just want to see like maybe like some news reporter footage from like a helicopter just flying over the city, seeing all the destruction after the fight. That's what I want to see at the end of this movie. So like wrap it up.
So wait, Cam's got something here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bulletin boards or the bulletin board scene. There's a lot of newspaper cutouts and there's a lot of sticky notes. And it seems like this is not the first time Godzilla has attacked. So it seems like
something is going on.
There are multiple attacks of Godzilla happening.
Do you think there'll be some time jumps then to kind of show the brief attacks leading up, like for that beginning expedition?
This does not look like it is like immediately after King of the Monsters. There's definitely a little bit of time has passed since that, but I don't think it's like super significant amount of time. But something seems to be wrong with Godzilla to make him just randomly start attacking, because at the end of King of the Monsters, they had this whole sequence of him like kind of understanding the human race, and like they were like, you know, we will willingly help you because you are the alpha here. This is your planet. We'll help you. And there was this understanding of help. And after he defeated Ghidorah, it was like, okay, he's the alpha. Everything's chill. There's order and balance back into the world of the kaijus again. But like now he's on this just destroying cities again, like his old ways, and that seems odd. Something's wrong. Something's happening, and something's in his head that's making this happen.
So so there are a bunch of sticky notes, and they say Apex number 1, Apex number 2, Apex facility number 6. So I don't know what those are, because there's Monarch facilities from who's the alpha? So there's like Godzilla sighting unconfirmed. There's Godzilla attack, and then there's another one that says attack. There's an attack in Brazil, damage 1.12 million. Okay. So it seems like Godzilla is doing a bit of fucked up shit.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of this doesn't make any sense because, I mean, in the original Gojira and Toho's era of Godzilla, he is considered an anti-hero at the near his beginning. But at the beginning, at the core of Godzilla, he is the problem. He is the antagonist. He is the issue. He is a villain. He's destroying things. But Legendary brought him in to their universe as a hero, as a defender, as an alpha animal fighting off others. It doesn't make any sense why he's just suddenly on a rampage for no good reason.
Also, it looks like we're going to see a bunch of flashback scenes with Kong.
Yes.
because there's the one scene where Kong jumps onto a ledge, and he's clearly small. He's probably about the same size as he was back in the 70s.
Yeah, okay, look, Lord Steve, don't be bringing Mechagodzilla's going to be wearing some, like, skin that Godzilla already has on, like, the OG one, because if that's going to happen, dude, I physically will soil myself in an IMAX theater out of pure
fucking
excitement.
cool to see.
It's like, Kong hits you, dude.
Yeah, and the
No. Wait, shut the fuck up. Imagine if he hits him with that axe and his face slides off and it's Mechagodzilla under.
like Terminator.
Oh, why am I here? What is happening? Oh my god, what if his face slides off and it's Mechagodzilla underneath? Fuck me.
Yes.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
This scene doesn't look the best. Well, it just looks a bit off. The scene where Kong puts his hand against the painting or the painted handprint, it looks a bit cheap. It looks more like a video game. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna say it. I'm saying it. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see Godzilla and Kong. That's what I've been waiting for this since I was a fucking kid.
Now I'm just all I can think of is Terminator Godzilla.
Yes.
No, I am ruined.
It has me on a new level of excited. That could touch on like why his atomic breath is more refined too. If it's Mechagodzilla doing it.
Dude, holy fuck, if that happens in theaters, I'm gonna cry. Because that's gonna be fucking awesome. That's gonna be so fucking cool. Like that big scene, Kong's coming down with that axe and just BAM! Hits him and then half of his face falls off and it's fucking Mechagodzilla underneath.
Yes.
Oh my god, that would just be so fucking insane. That would be such a fucking twist. What a twist.
With a twist.
What a twist. So
Oh my god. Possibilities of this film is getting fucking a little bit out of hand. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been like 10 minutes. Come on. We spit out like seven or eight like solid fucking theories already. I'm excited.
We do see Kong. We do see Kong on Skull Island. Presumably, it's Skull Island. We see him fighting two of the Nozukis, which are those flying snake-looking cobra things.
Snake cobra things.
Yes, sir.
Snake cobra Johns. Well,
Trademark Cameron Miller.
What are you talking about, dude? That's not fucking Skull Island. That's just Australia.
Facts.
They're war bats. My bad. They're called the war bats.
That's why his breath didn't hurt him, because it's not a god's breath. I mean,
there's so much to talk about.
I don't know, dude.
My Facebook is blowing up. Oh my god. Okay, so we do get a fight scene during the day with Godzilla and Kong in a city. Which is cool. Yes. Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah, I'm really happy they're fighting in a city and they're not just fighting out in the middle of a fucking mountain valley.
Yes.
Bat-looking things. I don't know what those are.
Yeah, towards the end of the trailer.
Dude, okay, another theory. Because I'm on a roll right now. I'm on a high and I can't stop.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
What if instead of Kong going back to Skull Island, he finds Monster Island? Like lost. Cameron, lost. What if he actually? And what if we finally see Anguirus?
Yeah,
we're going too deep.
We're going too deep.
Too deep. What, like, dude, honest to God, what if instead of him going to Skull Island, he goes to Monster Island, and that's where he ends up? He places his hand because that is where some of his people were, and that's where the war was. The war was on Monster Island, not Skull Island.
Dude.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. What if we get fucking Monster Island in 2021? What the fuck? And then we finally get Anguirus instead of him being a skeleton. It's just like it's actually Anguirus.
So we do see it. So it looks like there's like sunrise, because it looks like it's the same city from the night shots, but everything's destroyed, and the fight has been going on the entire night. And then we see a cut to Kong where it's later in the day. Midday, It's not the sky isn't as orange like how it's at sunrise.
A quick point out for you for this point with you. Did you notice that like a lot of this was taking place in like a sun-esque, not midday style? Like, I mean, we did get more light than we were wanting.
I did notice that right away. There's a lot of sunset, sunrise scenes where like the sky's all orange.
Exactly.
It looks beautiful. As long as we can see the monsters clearly, I'm okay with that. I really wanted to see Godzilla in the daytime, which it looks like we will be getting that. Which it's about fucking time.
It's been about fucking time.
It's been about fucking time.
2 movies.
The shot of Kong where he's like scowling. I'm looking at all the detail on his fur and his face. You can see the wrinkles in his face. You can see like every individual fucking hair, and it looks fucking awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you, Legendary absolutely knocked it out of the fucking park with their CGI this go around.
Now, Adam, the director Adam Wingard better not fuck this shit up like he did with Death Note, the live action Death Note Netflix series. Because a lot of people shat on that.
Because it was bad. It was bad.
I didn't see it.
Don't.
I heard it was awful.
It was. Just don't.
Are we talking about Death Note here?
Yeah, the live action Death Note on Netflix.
The live action Death Note was horrid. The only thing that was good about it was Willem Dafoe. Okay.
Sorry.
Why do you nut?
Towards the end of the trailer, we see those like bat things flying down towards Kong, and he's looking up, roaring at him. And you see the blue glow on the floor. If you look at that, it's a drawing of Godzilla.
What?
It's like glowing. I don't know what the fuck it is. Because it's not a corpse of God. Well, it might be. I don't.
Hold on.
Because there's also blue on the wall. What the fuck is this? Where is
Nani Deska? Give me a minute here. I gotta pull up that scene. What if it is like a
But it's not. It looks more like a drawing. What the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying, that I don't believe that would be like that. That's just kind of answering more of my theory of it not being Skull Island. That it could be Monster Island. Why would the Kong people have a drawing of Godzilla on the bottom?
Maybe Godzilla has appeared there before. And he's given the Kong family or species trouble in the past.
That's also true. Very true.
Oh, that fucking hit by Kong. Oh my god. Oh
Skip. I'm trying to see things. Yo, I need the like on the real though. I need that trailer song yesterday.
Yeah.
I vibe with that.
Bro, that thing was hitting, bro.
It was like King Kong versus Godzilla. They do be vibing though.
Also, another thing that is cool to note about the axe that Kong has is it seems to absorb the atomic
breath. Yeah,
and it not only absorbs it, but it also seems to
look at that
The atomic breath seems to. Yes,
I don't know. Yeah, look, that is straight up Godzilla's face in the blue.
It's bigger than Kong, so
yeah, Kong is the shadow right there.
Yeah, Kong. So fuck.
That's quite a big drawing.
I don't know what it is. I don't know who made it. But yeah, the axe. It also the atomic breath seems to be attracted to the axe.
No, I like it straight up as a dorsal plate at this point because I just looked at like the trailer and paused it.
It is the dorsal plate,
but it doesn't look like one of the ones from Godzilla right now because the dorsal plates off of Godzilla now they're very pointed, they're very spiky, and this one's kind of more like almost a solid point, unless like all the little spikes got chipped off.
Maybe it's from like a different here, because I'm pulling it up. So
give me a minute.
If we look at like the Godzilla, it could be from like one of the pieces down here.
That still looks too small, don't you think?
Well, this is not a figure. It's I don't know where.
It's pretty canon there.
I don't know where the fuck you would get it from.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. Unless like some of the pointed stuff got shaved off.
It could be from this one.
I still am going with my theory that it's an old Godzilla dorsal plate. It could be from another Zilla.
Yeah,
Or it
that's
could have
true.
been when Godzilla shedded his skin because him's a lizard.
That is true.
He shed his little baby skin.
Well, that doesn't make sense either.
Actually, lizards don't shed.
Well, no, it doesn't make sense. Why would he shed his entire dorsal plate?
Cameron, I'm fucking with you guys.
All right, I'm really
It was
into
like,
it.
I'm really
I'm
taking into this.
passionate. Fuck,
Fuck,
dude.
my entire phone is blowing the fuck up. Oh my god.
This is actually
So
insane.
much to talk about.
There's so much. Like, there's just so much. It's
For a 2-minute trailer, there's so much going on.
But there's so much to dissect, especially when you're a kaiju fan like us and you're here. Literally, your podcast is built on the fucking kaiju premise. You get one of the biggest kaiju movies that is coming out in the past decade. And then, of course, the trailer is going to have 50,000 different things to dissect and question. And look at how many theories we've just went over in the past, 30 minutes? I mean, shit. How long have we been live for?
A good minute.
Are we even going to be able to get out an episode for the film that we're going to review?
Dude, fuck it. Let's make this the episode. Just theorize this shit. Like, look at how many theories we've pumped through in just 30 minutes, and we barely even got to the deep dives of this trailer. We haven't even got to the deep dive. This is just us peeling the surface. We haven't even got to the deep dive shit. We had Scuba Steve come in here and give us 4 theories that snowballed us into 5 other theories. I mean, Jesus.
There are so many routes that you can take with just theories. There's at least half a dozen different theories that you can go with. You can go with that, this isn't actually Godzilla that's causing all the damage, that it's just Mechagodzilla in disguise. And
I'm fucking telling you, dude. If Godzilla's face fucking falls off and there's a Mechagodzilla under that, I am telling you, people are going to lose their shit.
So there's a couple. Here's how, because I don't personally believe that. I would like to, but I'm going to debunk this real quick. The difference between the disguise in Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla and a disguise for this is Mechagodzilla was created by aliens using an imaginary metal with super high-tech technology. So you can have a little bit of leeway. You can be like, oh, fuck, sure, put a fake skin on it.
Which we will be getting to Mechagodzilla further down the line, which I'm super fucking pumped about.
If there are aliens in this movie, I'll fucking flip my lid.
Well, the thing that I'm thinking of is that if they do make Mechagodzilla, which they clearly are showing they are making it, how they are making it.
Definitely in
there. Okay, I need to quit saying what if. Okay, Mechagodzilla is here. Mechagodzilla is a thing. He is coming. It's just a matter of seeing him in his full light, which, God, what if we see him in trailer 2? Fuck. But besides that point, what if they are using Ghidorah's head to power Mechagodzilla, to be like his powered core? What if that is the issue? What if he's getting powered by Ghidorah's head? Since Ghidorah's power supply is one of a kind, there's nothing else
think about this. Ghidorah can regenerate. We saw him regenerate an entire head within the span of a couple seconds. So is that head alive still? The head that we saw at the end of King of the Monsters, is it still alive? It doesn't have to be moving, but maybe its brain function is still, working. Its brain is still functioning. Fuck. Because they clearly show that they are going to be doing something with that Ghidorah head at the end of King of the Monsters. The terrorist organization has it. They're going to do something with it. That's why a lot of people were theorizing that there would be a Mecha Ghidorah, or Mecha King Ghidorah, which would be very nice to see.
I mean, I was theorizing Mecha King Ghidorah after King of the Monsters. after I saw King of the Monsters, it was like kind of like a, oh,
They
look,
really set it up.
look. I mean, yeah, they really pushed it forward, and I was thinking it was going to come through, but then suddenly we have King Kong versus Godzilla, and I was thinking, okay, well maybe we'll get Mecha King Ghidorah as the common denominator that would bring these two together to fight for a better good, or Mecha King Ghidorah will be in the movie afterwards. But then now we know for sure that Mecha Godzilla is coming. So what I'm theorizing is that either the Mecha King Ghidorah is going to be powering Mecha Godzilla of some shape or form, or helping him, or the head's going to have to come into play. They wouldn't have put it at the end of the credits for no reason. Then it's either Mecha King Ghidorah for the next movie. They're using the head for now. They're regenerating it for later, which is shown that King Ghidorah can regenerate.
Mhm.
But how fast is his regeneration for an entire body? They proved they can reactivate things. They did it with fucking Mothra. Mothra was sitting in a cocoon in an egg for nothing for decades. No one touched it. No one awoke it. And then suddenly, boom, they woke it back up and it came to life and Mothra hatched. So why can't they do the same thing for King Ghidorah's head? Put some probes or something in the neck, help stimulate the muscles, and the next thing you know, Ghidorah starts to grow, starts to get bigger. Then we get Mecha King Ghidorah that's under the control of the terrorist organization for the next film. This film, they try it with Mecha Godzilla. They experiment with it.
Well,
but they fail.
As far as we know, as far as anyone knows, this is the last movie in the MonsterVerse.
No!
Which I kind of want to see more. I really do want to see more.
I don't want to see that happen just after this trailer. I haven't even seen Godzilla or King of Monsters yet, which, must sound like blasphemy coming from a Comics and Kaijus podcast. But just seeing this trailer, dude, I really want to see more, especially like Kong Skull Island. I really enjoyed that movie. And like I said, just seeing this trailer, I'm hyped. More!
That is how I feel about Godzilla versus King Kong. We need more, and we need more MonsterVerse. They're setting this MonsterVerse up too big to contain this being the final one.
They have to continue it. They're good. They need to.
If Legendary cuts it, if they cut the umbilical cord right now with this, do they understand how much fucking money they're going to lose?
This is literally a cash cow.
Okay, hold on. How many views does that trailer already have right now? Like, I'm looking at the IGN version of it right now. That's what I sent to my buddy because I told him it's live. It's got 18K likes, only 448 people dislike it because, okay, calm down, guy. It's got 128K views in an hour. That's just one outlet that has it. That's not even the official outlet. Hold on. Do we have the official one?
Yeah, the Warner Brothers has an official one.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers ones is already almost up to 500K views. And Nerdist has it at 90K views. Movie Coverage has it at 36K views. One Media at 73K views. Legendary has it at 17K views. Dude, it's not even been out for an hour.
Yeah.
It's already hyped as fuck. Are you telling me you're going to cut the cash cow at one of the biggest drawers and it's already drawing so much attention? It hasn't even come out yet? And you're going to have access to it in theaters and you're going to have access to it at home. Seriously, you're really going to cut the umbilical cord now?
Yeah, no.
That's
idiots.
You would literally be losing your company money for no good reason. Warner Brothers may be stupid as hell, but they're not retarded. Come on, you're losing money on this, people. Like, look at what you did with the Justice League, and look at what's happened with the DCU. The MonsterVerse has been so profitable.
What they might do is this is going to be the intended last film. But they're going to have a little hint at the end that, oh, this could continue. If this film does financially very well,
it will.
It probably will.
I'm putting money. It is going to fucking explode. I'm telling you.
They might continue this. I hope they do. I really want them to continue this. I want them to bring I want them to do an entire cinematic universe. I want to have a Rodan movie. I want to have a Mothra movie. I want to have another Kong movie. I want to have Varen. I want to have,
I want to have our obscure kaijus come into the 21st century. I want the obscure boys to come in. I want Anguirus to be here. I want Gigan to be here.
Dude. Oh.
Give me Gigan! Give me
love-
Clawboy!
I
Give me
would-
Mr. Spike Your Fingers!
I would lose my mind if I saw Gigan in an American Godzilla movie.
Even Jan is hyped for this. Even Jan is hyped for this. It has to continue. It has to.
So
It would just be crazy to cut it now.
what would be cool is if they build up the rest of the series. If they continue this, Ghidorah is scheduled to make another appearance. And they have like a destroy all monsters scenario where it's a bunch of Godzilla monsters and they just beat the fucking shit out of
Just
Ghidorah.
a straight up monster battle royale.
Oh, baby.
But see,
Whoa. What's going on, Austin? What you got?
what if they trade out Anguirus being Godzilla's sidekick for Kong?
Ooh.
And Godzilla and Kong are like the dynamic fucking MonsterVerse duo.
Yes.
Yo, guys.
That would be hot.
Oh, what if they do like a Captain America and Thor in the Iron Man thing where fucking
Yeah.
Godzilla shoots the lightning at Kong and you can redirect it with the light with the axe?
With axe, yes.
Remember
that scene where
That would be
Kong
so
comes down?
fucking dope.
Remember where Kong's swinging the axe down at Godzilla and he's
Just
shooting
like,
the breath?
like the Thor in fucking Infinity War when he throws
Should
the
have
axe.
aimed for the head.
Yeah.
Breath fucking blows Kong away.
Oh my god, that would be insane. Just like Godzilla shoots the breath at Kong and he like puts the axe forward and it splits it and it hits
Yes.
two other kaiju. Like, holy fuck, that would be sick.
Dude, that would be so fucking badass.
So we have Mechagodzilla, we have the War Bats, we have those other fucking bat things, we have Kong, we have Godzilla. We're gonna see some flashbacks, we're gonna get some day scenes, we're gonna get some sunrise scenes, we're gonna get an in-water fight scene. We get a nighttime scene, very Pacific Rim-esque. This movie is gonna be insane.
It is.
Gonna be packed full with
I don't-
Godzilla and kaiju action.
I don't think people are ready for it. I don't think people are ready for the colors. I don't think they're ready for the sound, for the kaiju, for the script, for the
No.
action. Nothing.
Let's hope they can fucking please the critics this time.
Fuck the
'Cause-
critics. Dude, do you
Which
know how much money King of the Monsters made? King of the Monsters made fucking buku bank. You want to know what the critics said? It didn't have enough human interaction. I don't give a fuck. No one gave a fuck. You want to know what kaiju fans want to see?
The problem with King of the Monsters was the humans. They weren't fleshed out characters. They weren't written. Some of the human characters weren't written the best. I personally didn't like the comic relief character. I don't even remember his fucking name.
I really enjoyed. I cannot remember the guy's name, the actor's name, the Japanese guy who was kind of like that like connection to Godzilla. He really understood him. Serizawa. His character, I felt emotionally sad when he sacrificed himself.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, it's like, man,
See,
I get it.
What
But
pissed me
Damn,
off?
that sucked.
What pissed me off is you have Dr. Serizawa, and then you had the other doctor, the girl.
Yeah.
They both die in that film. And then you're stuck with these characters that aren't fleshed out like they are. They're not really entertaining. They're pretty basic fucking characters.
Yeah.
And you have that comic relief character, which he wasn't funny. A lot of his jokes were cringe. And you're just like, I'm stuck with these guys. Really?
I like to call their sort of like comedy relief like the Facebook middle-age comedy. That was just kind of like, I could have lived without that. You're not doing much for us here. The human side of it, I understand. I get it. I get that premise. I get that you need to have some sort of dynamic between, the action of the monster side and also the interaction and drama of the human side. But what Jan just said right here, this film coming is going to change that. And I could see that. They're giving Kong an emotional center with the girl. That's what they're bringing this down. Now,
definitely
old girl, from Stranger Things, we see her. She looks older. She looks more experienced. Hopefully, her character won't be fucking stupid to where she's just oblivious to shit, and stuff that happens to her is just, oh well, that's just extremely lucky.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I came to a realization. I completely forgot about it. Mothra could return in this.
Yo, Austin's face says enough. It says enough.
Because at the end of King of the Monsters, we do see a newspaper article where they're going through a bunch of shit like, oh, this Titan is bringing back rainforests in this area, and this Titan's doing this. And then there's another article where you see an egg that was similar to Mothra's egg. And they're like, oh, a Mothra-style insect egg. What?
Dude, holy shit, if we get Mothra 2, that would be Godzilla, Kong, the Bat Thing, the other Bat Thing, Mecha Godzilla, and Mothra in this movie. Holy shit.
Dude, this is about to be a
what?
packed fucking movie, dude. I'm
It's
so
going
hyped.
to be packed. Wait, what if Mothra does come back? And she's the reason Godzilla breaks out of a mind control.
Dude.
Like, what if Scuba Steve's theory of Godzilla being under the mind control because of that terrorist organization causing him to act out, but Mothra has been in a larva state. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know because she hasn't hatched. But then when she hatches, she senses something's wrong with Godzilla. She becomes Mothra, full grown, and then comes in and like he attacks her because he doesn't know. But then when he starts attacking her,
Fucking theories that we get out.
dude, this could go on for a long time.
This really
Oh,
fucking should.
What if Mothra is the reason he breaks free of it? Holy shit.
Fuck.
God, like my head's just I'm just racing with ideas. There's just so many different ideas and so many different theories I can think of right now.
So let's look at the things that we can clearly see in the trailer that we have been wanting and that look to be what's the word? Given to us, I should say. So we have the day scenes, we have the fight scenes that are very clear. Which is what we've been wanting.
Mm-hmm.
We also wanted more fighting, which we also seem to be getting.
Clearly, it looks like that's going to be happening.
People wanted to see some scenes on Skull Island. Looks like we are going to get it. We also seem to be getting flashback scenes on Skull Island. Also really cool.
And I know we wanted to see Godzilla use more of his atomic breath, which it looks like he uses it quite freely in this film in comparison to other films. I can definitely say that with him using the atomic breath more often, we're seeing more scenes in the day. We're seeing more fighting sequences happening. We're seeing Skull Island be shown potentially, and even maybe Monster Island. That could be even a double whammy. We don't know it yet. And we're seeing a lot more development of the kaiju themselves in comparison to other films, which it makes me really happy because it seems like Legendary has really listened to what the community gave feedback to from the film prior.
Yes, it definitely more so than from Godzilla to Godzilla King of the Monsters. It seems like they're definitely listening to the fans and what they want. Because,
well, like I said before,
these movies, these are for the fans.
Yeah.
They know that there is a set demographic. If you try to market Godzilla to just the general public, the movie doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work. If you stick with the fuck, I'm having a brain fart. If you stick with the the proven series of fuck, I don't even know.
So much it's just so much to take in, man. This is so much to talk about, and
Dude, it really is.
Honestly, like everyone, this was not intended to be an episode. This is
No. This was just kind of like, oh, we'll do a reaction, discuss it a bit, and they gave us so much in this trailer.
There's no way we could have done this in like 5.
There's no way we could have done like a 30-minute little fucking thing.
There's no way to justify
It
this.
has to be an hour,
Too
and a
much
half.
stuff to unpack.
Mm-hmm. There's too much for this, man. There's just entirely too much, and like, holy shit!
Is the biggest. This is the biggest Godzilla film of the decade. This is the biggest kaiju film of the decade. This is probably going to be one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year after this trailer, because we haven't gotten a lot of we haven't gotten trailers, we haven't gotten teasers until a week ago or a few days ago.
Yeah.
And now they're dumping all of this shit onto us now. The only thing that we have gotten have been title cards. I don't give a fuck about title cards. I want to see trailer. I want to see screenshots. That's what gets the viewer anticipated and excited to see this film.
The only thing that I would even remotely say that this could be compared to as far as hype goes for kaiju films in the past decade, the reason I believe this is 100% going to be the most hyped one of the decade, the main other one that I could even remotely put up to a candle to it, not even 2014's Godzilla, not King of the Monsters, but Shin Godzilla. Strictly because that was the first time Toho has pumped something out in a long time. And especially comparing to who was directing it, who wrote it, everything leading up to it. That was hyped as fuck. Not just it was mainly hyped as shit over in Japan because they were marketing the living shit out of it. But then went over here in the US and we discovered it. Us Godzilla geeks that heard about it started freaking the fuck out about it.
And Shin Godzilla did very well financially, even for a 1 week showing, because that's what they did over here in America. Because I got to see it in theaters. They did a 1 week showing, and I am so fucking glad I got to see it in theaters.
And none of my local theaters actually showed it because they're all
we had to travel quite a bit of ways away to see it.
But this film, I think, is going to be not only the most hyped, but is going to be one of the most profitable Godzilla films because it is appealing to both a international standpoint and an Americanized standpoint as well, because this is something that the American side over here, we have seen Godzilla in our version of him, and he looks fantastic. Everyone loves him, yada, yada, yada. But then this is something that over in Japan, Godzilla versus King Kong was a hit.
Yes.
And now it's going to be even more so of a hit because it's updated, it's modernized, and the story and everything looks fucking fantastic. And I'm sure everyone's going to love it, man.
This is the way, this is how I can describe it. This is the rematch of the fucking century.
It is.
Fans have been waiting for this shit for decades.
Well, think about it. How many movies have we had that was a versus that we had a rematch for? Freddy versus Jason? Nope.
They were supposed to do
They
this.
were. It was supposed to happen, but legal battles on Friday the 13th, money. And then AVP. We got AVP Requiem, but you couldn't see a fucking thing. You could have fooled me and told me.
Requiem
Don't
so
fucking
bad.
talk about that. That's a fucking.
I hated Requiem.
You could have told me that they were fighting it out and just been like, okay.
Okay.
AVP Requiem and AVP. They're.
Then what was another? Godzilla versus King Kong. That was in 1962. Nothing since. That's what? How many years has that passed since? 1962. Someone math for me. I'm not math.
There are going to be people placing bets on this fucking film to see who wins.
Probably. There are people. Dude, you think that's a
half.
joke? Back in 1962, they legit were placing bets on that film to see who won.
So hopefully they're not gonna, because everybody wants their favorite kaiju to win. There's people that want Godzilla to win. There's people that want Kong to win. There's some people that want a third party to win.
I don't want neither to die, and I don't want neither of them to be hurt. I want both of them to find common ground and help one another to win.
Which I think
to live, but I want Kong to win.
I think that works out a lot better than having a clear winner. Because if you look at 1962 King Kong versus Godzilla, you have Kong win in the end, presumably. Some people
Presumably,
say
yeah.
a lot of Godzilla fans are like, "Oh, well, Godzilla is more powerful underwater, and he just swam away." Let's take a break from that and let's discuss this comment.
Jan Miller blowing us up, saying, I
Yeah.
was dreading the inevitable result between these legends, but now I am compelled to plunge in and absorb the whole experience because of this podcast. You guys have given me the courage to look and actually interact with it. I was truly saying
You were truly saying 5 minutes for the podcast.
that I was going to ignore it because I was disturbed about who would win. Well, thank you,
No.
Jen. That means the world to us.
Jen, you got it.
We're
You
happy
got to be with us.
we're happy we could reignite that flame within you.
We're here with you. We're all anxious. We're all nervous.
All anxious. I am so excited for this match.
I 100% believe, even though the marketing is going to say only one person is going to win or only one will win, that's not going to happen.
No.
There's both these characters, especially now that we have if you look at 62 King Kong versus Godzilla, you have these characters. There's still Kong has, a bit more fuck. His name is very well known, and Godzilla, that was like what? That was the third Godzilla movie out of a series of like 30 plus Godzilla films. Kong is such a legendary name at that point still that you had to have Kong win. Because Godzilla was the bad guy, Kong is the good guy.
It's still a very interesting dynamic that they would say Kong would win, considering it was like an East versus West thing, and Godzilla was, Toho created in the East, all that, and you still had your own creation lose to your Western counterpart.
Now, after all these decades, you have these characters bring up. They are so famous. Their names are instantly recognizable.
They're household names now.
No, if you've never even seen a Godzilla or King Kong movie, you know what they look like.
Yeah.
You know what they do. You know their powers. You're like, oh, Godzilla breathes fire. Everybody fucking knows that.
You can just level it to that. He just breathes fire. Okay.
Godzilla breathes fire. You don't even have to be like, oh, well, technically it's atomic breath. Everybody knows Godzilla breathes fire. Everybody knows Kong is a giant gorilla that kidnaps the damsel in distress, fights on top of the Empire State Building, gets gunned down by planes. Everybody fucking knows that.
Everybody.
These are two legendary. These characters are bigger than Jason and Freddy.
They've been around a lot longer.
They're bigger than Michael Myers. They're bigger than Leatherface. They're bigger than any of the...
Don't let TJ hear you saying these ones.
Just look. Just
I'm sorry, TJ, but Godzilla and Kong, they are bigger names than Freddy and Jason.
Look. I'm defending Jason strictly because I'm going to shout out to Kong being the original Giga Simp, my man.
Giga Simp.
Kong is a fucking simp.
He's the OG Giga Simp.
Godzilla's a fucking Chad.
Dude, someone needs to do the Virgin Kong versus the Chad Godzilla.
That would be
Dude,
amazing.
you Virgin Kong controlled by little girl, has to be chained, can't swim in ocean. Chad Godzilla has atomic breath, can swim.
Can't
Take
swim.
no orders.
This has been, we've been waiting for this for so long.
Yeah.
And it's here. It's almost unreal.
That's why I said when we were saying we were going to watch this trailer, like, I know you were super excited. Everyone else was super fucking excited about it, but I was just in a state of disbelief with it. Like, I'm like, there's no way. Like, it's just, I guess I'm also so super nervous. I don't want it to fail. I don't want it to suck, but it's like, because I have such high standards for it. I don't want it to suck. But after seeing that trailer, I don't see how.
Hold on one second. I'm going to be right back.
I don't know, man. I guess I like my nerves of being afraid that it could potentially fail is what kept me like at a sense of I'm nervous. I don't want to see it. But now, like, after watching the trailer, after seeing it and talking about it and understanding it, now I'm way more confident in the fact that the movie is going to absolutely rule.
I was nervous too because sorry to cut you off real quick.
You're good.
you guys know that I am new to the kaiju fandom. I'm new to this universe, and I've enjoyed every second of it so far, except for Telecus, but and Godzilla raids again. But anyway, I've enjoyed this universe so far. I haven't seen the 2014 Godzilla or King of the Monsters yet, but I had heard rough things about them. So I was skeptical about this movie because I'd heard rough things about those two movies. But I loved Kong Skull Island. And let me tell you, after watching that and seeing just this trailer, dude, you bet your ass I'm going to be waiting for that drop to immediately click on it to watch if I'm not going to the theaters to watch it. Like,
so what I would recommend for you, Matthew, is instead of waiting for us to get to those films, I would suggest that you watch them before you go see this movie.
I'm definitely going to watch them before I watch the Godzilla versus Kong.
Also, another thing. Fuck, I just lost it. Shit. Curse ADHD. I had it. I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about it. Then I
Squirrel.
Fuck. Stupid bastard. Okay, I have it.
There we go.
With this trailer coming out as late as it did, it had to blow us away. Everybody's been like, so yeah, Godzilla versus Kong, that's coming out. That'll be cool. And everybody's like, yep. That's all we know. All we know is Godzilla versus Kong's happening.
And then they just throw the
trailer. And then literally a few months before this movie comes out, they drop this trailer on us. And we've been waiting for a fucking trailer. We haven't even gotten a teaser trailer. Sure, we had those little ad spots. And we knew when those TV spots came out that we would be getting the trailer on Sunday. So
real quick, Jan's saying, I can't wait for the podcast from you guys after this film. Obviously, there will be a follow-up for this one. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, we might even do it after all of us watch the damn thing. We might even do an immediate reaction video.
Yes.
Where we're talking about the
love
film
to do that.
immediately
While it's
after.
fresh on our head. Yes.
Because we can watch this in HBO Max, but we can still do a watch party. It's just going to be more expensive, but we can do it. So, I mean, Jan, you may not have to wait as long as you think to get a reaction out of it.
We will definitely be doing a follow-up on this one. I am excited.
So I think that this film will do financially very well. I think it might be the best one of the MonsterVerse. I think this is going to be a contender for one of the better movies of the year. Because these two characters are so fucking legendary. Who doesn't want to see a fucking fight with Godzilla and Kong?
Uncultured swines.
Uncultured swine, you fucking pig.
I mean, the only way that I can really see this film failing, like I'm saying, like legitimately fail, is that because of COVID, and because of that, it doesn't do well in sales because a lot of people don't have HBO Max strictly because they don't want to pay for it. They have enough streaming services, yada, yada, yada. But honestly, this is probably going to push a lot of people to get HBO Max strictly just to see this.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. HBO Max has been putting a lot of advertising out there. They want people to buy this. They have a great I thought HBO Max was stupid at first. And then I saw the selection of Godzilla movies and I saw the selection of their other films. I'm like, hey.
That's what got me into it.
Like,
bro, what got me roped in was the DC selection.
Well, the DC selection has grown because the DC Universe movies, that thing just fell apart. And then HBO Max started scooping them up. Like, here, give me all the Batman films. Give me all the Superman films.
HBO Max also has access to a bunch of other Godzilla films. Which will also encourage more people to be like, hey, that King Kong versus Godzilla was very fucking good. I'm going to watch these other ones.
Exactly. This might be a lot of younger fans' first exposure to it. So
this is
go back and watch the old ones.
The MonsterVerse. This is a lot of young people's first introduction to a Godzilla or King Kong film. And that's very good. It's great to see more fans come in that are very optimistic and they want to dive deeper into this. They love the giant monster action. There's something so innocent about watching just giant monsters beat the shit out of each other and destroy buildings. And then they come into like Godzilla Facebook groups and they're like, hey, I want to get into the series. What do I watch? And then a whole bunch of the veteran Godzilla fans and Kaiju fans, they come together and they help out these younger fans. This film is going to blow minds, in my opinion.
I'm hyped for it. I can't deny that I don't think that this isn't going to definitely. I think the film's going to do more than enough. I think it's going to encourage a lot of people to see it. I know a lot of people are seeing and hearing, especially like from Jan and other people, that they're nervous about seeing it. Just to me shows how much emotionally invested in it you are, and to me that's fantastic. Be invested in it because I'm invested in it. I'm nervous about it. I'm ready to see it, but I'm also still nervous about its outcome. I'm nervous about who's going to happen, what's going to go down, and everything in between. But honestly, the possibilities, the theories, and everything in between is just it's got me excited, it's got me anxious, and it's got me prepared.
Dude, me being a surface level kaiju fan now, I am absolutely amazed by just this trailer, and it has me pumped to watch it. It has me emotionally invested. Like, I want to see Kong whoop some ass, all right? And I want to see it now.
I'm 100% invested into what they have to offer. I was a bit skeptical. I was very nervous. I was afraid that they were gonna fuck us over and they were gonna be like, "Oh, here's a little clip of Godzilla. Here's a little clip of Kong. Here's some people talking." I don't give a fuck about the people. I don't give a shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I saw that the trailer was coming out today, I was worried that the trailer wasn't going to show much of the fighting. I was worried that they were going to try to hide that,
like how they do with like the
Exactly.
first Godzilla trailer and how they did with some of the trailers for King of the Monsters.
Well,
where
a
they
lot of
kinda
people
hide it.
Exactly.
I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck about that.
What I was
a lot of
worried
people
about.
got mad because 2014 hid Godzilla like a lot.
Yeah.
It hit it a lot, and he was the main thing, and they hit him a lot. In this one, they were way more free about it.
Oh, dude, right front and center the whole time.
We've seen them already. That there's a set series.
Yeah.
We know what they look like. We know what their designs are. Just show it to us. Just give us all this act. You don't have to show the entire fucking like 2 minutes of a fight scene. Just give us clips. Give us a lot of clips of Kong and Godzilla. We want them to. It's like fishing. They need to give us the proper bait, and they've given us the entire fucking tackle box.
Yeah, it feels that way. I mean, this was just the first fucking trailer, though, man. This was the first trailer, and when is
this is the first trailer?
When is the movie releasing?
I think
March 26th, I believe.
March 26th. Okay, we're definitely gonna get another trailer before then. We got a couple months. So
okay. Easily at least one or two more.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give my final bit to it and wrap this.
Yeah.
Neat little package. My final bit on this is I'm excited. Whatever happens, whatever the outcome is, I am so emotionally invested into this film that regardless of who wins, regardless of where the outcome goes or whoever comes in, I am excited for this. I have been waiting for this film since I was a child. Yes. I mean, you heard my review in Godzilla vs. Kong on the podcast. It's my favorite. It is the only film so far I've rated a 10 out of 10 because of nostalgia and because I just fucking love it. It's giant monsters fighting one another. What more do you need? What more do you ask for? But now that it is the future, we get the same thing. I want monsters fighting one another, but in fucking HD. I want shit to happen. I want these monsters to fight, which looks like it's going to be that. So my final aspect of this is it's going to be great. Regardless of who comes in, regardless of what kaiju we see, just be prepared that this is going to be probably the biggest banger of our century. Definitely. And it is, guys, just get ready for that episode when it comes out. Because holy fuck. You think this reaction is long? Wait for the episode.
Wait for the episode.
That's why I describe this. What this film is going to be is it's going to be like the hype was for Infinity War and Endgame.
I could agree
Except
to that.
instead of it being a huge cast of characters, all the hype is on two and a third one, if you know about it. Two legendary figures. And they are going to try and make this movie be the most exciting, the biggest, the loudest, the most colorful fucking Godzilla movie out there. And I am all in for it.
Well, folks, you heard it from us first. Your boys over at Comics and Kaiju had this banger of a trailer. We're going to do a follow-up as soon as this releases. Thank you for joining us on this absolute banger of an episode. See you guys next time.